far the fish, so far the fish, your one-stop wonder if you keep fish. Starring Sir Father Fish and all his followers on the Father Fish channel. Over to you, Sir Father Fish.
Well, hi there. I've got some news. It turns out we've had a real breakthrough in the deep substrate system. We've discovered a couple of things recently that take it to a completely different level. In my last video, we talked about the importance of mycelium and what mycelium does. In prior videos in recent weeks, we've talked about the importance of putting leaves and leaf mulch in your tank. Well, we've got a new approach now for the deep substrate. It's really an augmentation. We're recommending 2 steps in setting up the tank. The first is to use clay. Clay is a highly mineralized product containing many trace elements, many of which are extremely valuable for plant growth. Now, the difficulty with clay is that roots cannot penetrate it. It's too dense. So here's what we're recommending. Take your clay, about a cupful, if you're doing a 50-gallon tank, anywhere between a 40 and a 50, a cup of clay, put it in water, dissolve it. It will completely dissolve in water and become a soup. Pour that over the dry dirt mix. That's 3 things. It's peat moss, it's black cow or some other type of composted material, and potting soil. A rich natural potting soil is very preferable. Pour the clay into that mixture and stir it up good. Get the liquid clay all through that soil. That will make the elements in the clay immediately available, accessible to the roots of the plant. So that then becomes the substrate. Pour in the supplements, which are also improving. We've got some new things we're adding to the supplements. Put that in, and then put 1 inch of sand on top of it. For the other inch, you need to collect either from an old tank or from the wild mulch or leaf litter. If you can collect leaf litter from an existing body of water, partially digested leaf litter, not dry leaves, that's a completely different thing. You need to be able to bring in all of the animals that are living in that leaf litter. That's what's really key. If you can get that, bring it in, break it down into tiny pieces, kind of chop it up, and then mix that in with sand and pour that on the top of the tank, on the top of that 1 inch. So that's the second inch then. Now, once you've done that, you can fill the tank slowly and carefully so you're not stirring things up. Then add more of that leaf litter to the top of the sand, even before you put plants in. That magnifies and assures the development of all of the animal life and plant life, the microfauna and microflora that break down waste, that break down plant material. and bring it into the deeper levels of your substrate, where it becomes available to the plants through their roots as nutrition. So if you'll do this, take these couple of steps, it's going to dramatically affect the development of the tank, dramatically affect the way in which everything will begin to grow. One more thing while I'm on the subject. A number of researchers working in the field of farming have determined that the addition of synthetic fertilizers kills microflora. Let me say that again. Adding fertilizer to your tank, liquid fertilizer, or for that matter, fertilizer tabs, kills microflora. By killing the microflora, you prevent the soil from becoming fully developed, from becoming a rich, loamy kind of soil that is able to maintain a balance with all of the elements coming into it. So do not use liquid fertilizer. It's counterintuitive. It's really counterproductive. Okay, so make sure you've got this straight. We're going to be doing a video showing exactly how to do this. So you'll be able to follow along and really see what the addition of these elements will achieve. We're going to be adding them to some of our existing tanks in order to show just how that works, so that you can begin to see the differences and begin to understand just what bringing a full life cycle into the system achieves. This is all a part of creating a natural, living, thriving environment in your aquarium. It's the difference between having something that is sterile and dead and having something that is alive and flourishing. Most of what has gone on in this hobby for the past any number of years has been to become increasingly technologically oriented, to the point where it is no longer possible to support life in the aquarium. That has to stop. It is counterproductive. It's taking the hobby in the wrong direction. It is not at all an appropriate way to be able to keep fish, invertebrates, and plants in an aquarium. They require a living environment, not a sterile, dead environment, not an environment full of raw chemicals. They require life in order to be able to grow and thrive and be genuinely healthy, safe, and productive. So don't misunderstand this. This is not simply another way to do a tank. It is that, but it's far more. It is a way to do a living environment. There are any number of other people on YouTube who you can follow who are doing exactly the same thing. One of the biggest is Life in Jars. Follow him. He understands this and is able to achieve it and really demonstrate the effectiveness of bringing microfauna and microflora into your environment. There are also people like Lucas Bretz who have been doing the same thing for years. Alex, the Secret History in Your Aquarium, is another who understands clearly the importance of a living environment. So we're not alone in this. We're not out there on the extremes suggesting something to you that is so bizarre no one would dare do it. There are hundreds of people who are doing deep substrates, and every one of them are reporting it's the best aquarium they ever had, because for the first time they have a living, thriving, natural aquarium. So keep following us. We're going to be doing more on this, and the next video we do will show exactly how to achieve it. The key is for you to get out into nature, get out into local bodies of water, and find a source for deteriorating leaves, twigs, the other kind of mulm that are involved in all of that material breaking down in the pond or in the creek or wherever it is. Collect that. Bring it home and put it in a bucket. Keep it alive. Keep it thriving so that you can introduce it to your tank as you feel safe doing so. That's the key. Let's all get on that. This is the Resurrection Jar 2. Pouring the Resurrection Jar into your tank, literally pouring life into your tank. Bye for now. Nice to be with you. We'll see you again soon. Father Fish. By the way, be sure to go on over to Discord. There's a link below where there are a lot of these conversations going on. There are a number of people who are very sophisticated in the field, biologists and other scientists who are a part of this conversation. Join in. You'll find it's an enormously effective way to improve and increase not only your understanding of how to maintain your fish, but also increase and improve your community, your ability to find people who you can share with on a very personal level with your aquarium. Take care for now. See you again soon. Bye-bye.